Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 7 signs to know if he is the one for you. Because let's face it, relationships can be confusing, can be difficult, and you don't want to waste your time. So if that's you, stay tuned. Sign number 1, your core values align. Your core values on faith, family, relationships, money. For example, if you are a Christian and he's not a Christian, then your core values do not align. You might not work out because if he's not a Christian, maybe he doesn't seek to be married, he doesn't have those Christian values. And as a Christian, the Bible tells you do not be unequally yoked. So it's better you stop right there. Family. If he doesn't want a family, he doesn't want kids, but you want kids, then maybe he's not the one for you because once you get married, you guys will start fighting over that issue. Relationships, how does he view relationship? Like, what do you do? Some people have boundaries when it comes to relationships. For example, if you have boundaries and he doesn't believe in those boundaries, and he maybe won't even respect those boundaries, so he is not the one for you. Money, if your views on money are different, for example, he just likes working too much, he's a workaholic and only cares about money and not trying to find the balance between work and life, then that might cause an issue. I'm not saying you guys should have exactly the same beliefs or views on money, but it should be somewhat balanced. Because if it's not balanced, then it might be an issue. And you want to avoid that. Tip number 2, he is selfless. He cares more about your well being than getting what he wants. In a relationship and in marriage, you want someone who is selfless. You want someone who would sacrifice himself for you. And of course, you have to do the same. But you don't want someone who is selfish because marriage is about giving, it's about serving. And if this person you're dating is very selfish, just cares about his own ways, getting his own ways. So this person, that means he's not compromising when he should, he's not respecting your boundaries, he's not listening to you, he's just out to get what he wants. Maybe he's not the one for you. So don't waste your time, girl. Tip number 4, he is intentional in and with everything he does with you. If someone is really interested in you and someone really is for you, he's going to make sure when you guys go on date, he gets to know you. He asks you those questions that are important, those questions about the future, about marriage, about children, about your goals. This person will be very interested in, yes, your current you now, but also your future and what you want, because he wants to know if he has a place in that future. He wants to know, oh, if you want to get married, maybe he also wants to get married. He wants to find out. So he's going to talk about the future. Are you going to be talking about kids? Are you going to be talking about making a family? If that's so, maybe you'll be like, yeah, I think I can be in that future. If you guys want to live in the same country, or if you're deciding to be a missionary and live, let's say, in Haiti, and he's not thinking of that, then maybe he's not gonna do that. So this person is going to be intentional in getting to know you, getting to know your family, getting to know your friends, and yeah, everything about you. He's not going to rush you into doing things you don't want to do. Tip number 4, he is open-minded and flexible. He's not rigid. He's not just set in his ways, like, this is how I do things and that's it, that's that. If you guys are going to get married in the future, you want someone who is willing to change, willing to see from your point of view. Maybe, yes, he might not agree, but he's willing to understand and view things from your point of view so that you guys will have a common ground. But if this person cannot do that, he's just like, this is how we do it, this is how it has always been, and this is how it will be, maybe he's not the one for you. Unless you want someone who is egocentric, you want someone who is like that, so maybe you want to stay. But if that's not what you want, girl, you know what to do. Tip number 5, which I've mentioned it in my other tips, but he will bring up the marriage and future talks. Someone who is not the one for you, he won't talk about that because he's not interested in that kind of future with you. He wouldn't want to talk about the future, like I mentioned before. But someone who is interested in you to the point that, yes, I want to get married, he's going to talk about that. So if he brings out future talks, maybe he's the one for you. Disclaimer, it doesn't mean that if this guy talks about the future, he is the one for you. No. If he talks about the future, but he's not intentional with you, he's not selfless, your core values do not align, him talking about the future, it's just him talking about the future. So do not say he's the one for you just because he's talking with you about the future, but he doesn't care about you. He doesn't have the same values as you, and he's selfless and not intentional with you. So make sure you have all those tips when you are looking to find or to know if the guy you're dating is the one for you. Sign number 6, he is truthful and honest. A guy that really wants you, that is like, I want a future with you, is going to be honest with you, because the truth will always come out. If you want a future with the person you are dating, you want that person to know what they are getting into. If you start by lying, those lies will bite you in the future. So a guy that actually cares about you, wants to be with you, is going to be honest with you. And how would you know if this guy is actually honest and truthful? You will see it by his actions. Does his word align with his action? Does he say one thing and do the other, or does he say A and does A? If he says he's gonna show up, he's gonna do this for you, he's gonna do that, does he actually do what he says he's going to do? If not, then maybe he's not truthful and honest, unless maybe there's a big explanation for that or a big excuse for that. But a guy that is truthful and honest, his words will align with his actions. So stay in the lookout for that. Sign number 7, this is the last sign. He will wait before marriage. So he will not go physical with you, if you know what I mean, or do any deed with you before marriage. I know people have different stories. Some people have already done that, XYZ, but someone who is for you will wait, especially if you're a Christian. This man, if he really loves you, he wants a future with you, he's the one for you, he's going to wait, he's going to be patient, because once you guys do the deed, then it's going to cloud your judgment. You're going to be like, do I really want to be with this guy because I love him, he loves me, or because, of other reasons? So this man is going to wait for you if he is the one for you. Make sure you don't isolate all these signs and just use one sign. Oh, we have the same core values. Okay, but is he, he has to have all the signs, not just these signs. There are many other signs that could show you that this person is the one. But these are the signs that I deemed important, and I used it when I was dating my now husband. I hope this video helps you in making the right decision for yourself and not wasting your time if you're in a bad relationship. If you're in a good relationship, keep it up, stay blessed. Bye.